talking about?
I'm just going to get into the video. Mark frustrates the hell out of me. And at some point during this video, I'm going to use some curse words. So if you don't like the F words, you might not want to be here because it's going to happen. He is a coward. He is so spineless. I just wouldn't feel safe with Mark. I just wouldn't. And 90 Day Fiancé, they being very, very careful how they show Mina. They made sure that we can see that Jordan had a version of a black man in her life. You see how they did that? They made sure. They made sure that when she showed up at the family, there was at least one other sister in the group with another white man. They made sure because they don't want us. They know how we are. They want to make sure we don't see this family as, you know, them thinking because she's a black woman, that's the issue. So they're making sure that they clear that up right away by sprinkling her somewhat black man, because I don't know what he is. He mixed with something, somewhat black man, and the other sister that was at the party. I know you noticed that. Now, if I was Mina, for me, I'm going to just talk for myself. If I have an issue with just one person at a location, and this is his family members, I don't think I would have been that willing to go. Mark would have just, he'd be mad at me. He would just have to have an attitude. So now they're on their way to take this little boat over to see his other family members. And as they're driving, he's having this conversation with her. And in this conversation, he gonna tell her maybe she should apologize so we can like keep the peace or something. What should she apologize for, people? What should she apologize for? Let's just think about it. Maybe she should just apologize to the family for that whole 4-hour late thing. Maybe that'll make everything go away. Just maybe, because that is a lot for somebody to be waiting on your ass is to get dressed 3 to 4 hours for your own child's baptism. That is a lot. I can see where the family is a little paused, so you got to be fair about some shit. But at the end of the day, I don't see Mina there. I'm sorry, not Mina. I don't see Mina there to take his money. And I'm not being shady when I say this. Look at the way she dressed. Look at her nails. She done had that chipped red fingernail polish on since she got there. A woman who want a man for money, she would have been asking to go shopping before she meet with the family. Let me get my nails done. Let myself look presentable. She just looked like a regular chick that ain't there for nobody's money. She's there for some love. He wants a family. Period. That's how I'm seeing Mina. So I wouldn't, if she have to apologize, that would be it. But right now, she don't feel like fucking with Jordan. And I don't blame her. Jordan is a straight up bitch. She really is. So they're supposed to meet Jordan and her little boyfriend at the station so they can get on this ferry and go across to the island. When Jordan and her little man show up, didn't even speak to Mina either. I can understand if my woman pissed at you, then I gotta be pissed at you too. I get it, but come on. Look at her smug little face. I can't stand her face. This is what an asshole looked like in real life. And she barely spoke. They both said their little hellos, but that's it. Like I said, she don't like the little baby. Jordan feels that her dad should be the one to step in and try to figure out what's going on between her and Mina. And at this point, I think he needs to step in too, but I think he needs to step in on the side of his wife, not you, Jordan. And that's what you want him to do. You want him to pick. You're causing all this friction and confusion and this bullshit because there's a little baby involved. Your little sister who you would rather not claim as your little sister. You know it's true, right? So as they're on this little boat, she talking to her father, and she says, she's being fake. I feel like she's being fake. That she wants to kind of clear the air. She don't want to go around the family with all this tension and shit. So she's going to try to be the one to put her big girl panties on and go have a conversation with Mina. Now she has this conversation with Mina, but Mina's not believing in that shit. No, I'm not believing in it either, because she's fake. She's a snake. And that's the one word that old Mark don't want her to use. Is a snake. No, your daughter is a snake. He's a snake in a bitch, all of that. That's where she is. And she's out of fucking pocket. She's out of pocket. And so are you, Mark. So are you, Mark. If I was treated the way Mark treated Mina at that damn family get together, I would have been so quick back to fucking Paris. That's where I would have been with Mark. So before they arrived, they talked to the mother. Now, according to the mother, her experience with Mina was all good. She said they got in their flight late and she cooked dinner for us and everything. And she really hoped that Mina stays. For her experience, it was a good experience. But if you talk to everybody else, like Mark's brother, it was a bad experience. They're all bringing up this. She was acting like a princess and she didn't want to come out like a queen, but her 3 to 4 hours late to this baby baptism. So they're seeing it differently. Even I think it was the sister, they're all seeing it in a whole nother light. They just feel like they don't know her that well and they don't really like her. They don't really like her because they think she's there to use them for his damn money. And they're all on Jordan's side. It's Mina against everybody, even your mother and fiance. So she outside, everybody sitting on the porch. Everybody sitting on the porch. The whole family. You see spineless ass, bitch ass Mark sitting next to his bitch ass daughter, right? So they're all just sitting there talking, and she walks up with the one sister that they planted in there. Like, she walks up. So they having this whole conversation, and then Jordan's disrespectful ass, she gonna bring up the prenup, which threw Mina off. Because you would think at that point, Mark, you were supposed to tell her to shut the fuck up. Even though she walked away and said she needed a minute, you should have got your ass up and walked off right after her. But instead, you sat your ass on the porch with your fucking family and your evil ass daughter sitting there enjoying every moment. You should be ashamed of yourself, Mark. And I would be done with you, Mark. I would be done with Mark. Mark ain't shit. He keep his money. Send me child support checks. Send me back to Perry with my son. I don't need this bullshit. You don't need that. I wouldn't need a man for a family that damn bad. Because if he can't protect you and shut his daughter to why be with him? Why? We wouldn't be sleeping in the same bed together. Take me home now. And then when we see the episode that's coming up, then they're going to hit her up about her telling the little bitch ass Jordan about not inviting her into the damn wedding. So here again, she's going to go through a whole nother attack. Because after this point, last week on Sunday, we're done. I'm done with you and your family. I'm out. And Mark, you should have had a spine in your ass and said, I'm not going to let you guys treat my fiance and my daughter this way. We're leaving. Thank you. Bye. Thank you. Goodbye. I would be fucking done with Mark, you guys. I would be done with Mark. And anybody watch the show, I know you guys was like, this sour mother. Oh my God. I was just so pissed off. I said, I don't even know these damn people, but I was mad as hell. Let's talk about Jessica and Juan for a brief moment. They kind of getting on my nerves. I don't give a shit who he slept with, who she slept with, this ex. I don't care. What I'm more interested in knowing is why you live 3-4 houses away from the baby, your oldest kid's daddy. Why? Now let's talk about Joan and Greg's lazy ass. I couldn't be with no Greg. I couldn't. He lazy. You know he lazy. His mama made him lazy. He 38, ain't never moved down, ain't never paid a bill, he ain't never did shit. He got you a lazy ass man. You thought you had the American dream. He's the American nightmare. He don't even want to work. He want to sit on that little fluffy ass of his and play video games all day. Plus he thinks that you should give him a big applause that he wasn't working, so he was able to come see you in Uganda. I said, when he said that shit, I said, motherfucker, you was on vacation. She's here now. This is real life. You supposed to have a wife. You're supposed to have a job. You can't have a wife if you don't have a job. What the fuck? He just thought she was going to be comfortable living the mama's house for the next 2 years? Hell to every no. So Joan followed up with her mama and sister and them. She told them what things was been going on with Greg. That Greg ain't got no money and she don't know how long she could do this shit because he's expecting her to be at that mama's house for 2 years. And she's like, he need to get a job and get some shit going. And the sister's like, get his ass out there and get a job because we got that dowry. Now I asked about that shit. I said, regardless of if you here, there, what happened to the dowry? So finally the dowry came up and he got to pay. Now what I'm trying to figure out, what fuck you need 15 cows for? 15 cows? They ass is trying to start a damn business, y'all. We done watched this show many times. And they got 1 cow, 1 chicken, 1 goat, and maybe a few other things. But ain't nobody ever asked for no motherfucking 15 cows. So after his mama left and they was able to go get a little rump in the hay, after they did the little rump in hay, they came back out there with their little robes on. And now he want to have a real conversation with him about this dowry and him getting a job. Now what was funny is when she went over the whole dowry and the people needing 15 damn cows and how much it was coming up to what, $3,000? Because it was like, well fuck, how much is it for the damn cows? Like $200 each for the cows. He did that calculation, $3,000. Says, I ain't got $3,000. I can't afford that. So I'm supposed to afford that. People can't afford that. She said, oh, people can't afford it, bitch, but you can't. You can't afford it. Get a damn job. Or I'm taking my ass back to Uganda. And again, he gonna act like she should give him praise, because if it hadn't been for him not working, he wouldn't been able to meet her ass. Like I said, you're over here now. Love and romance without finances and nuisance. We know it. We know it. I'd be done with old lazy ass. Well, that's Greg. It, y'all. I ain't got nothing else for you. I know I miss Sean and Aaliyah, but that's okay. I don't understand why he with her anyway, because he's not attracted to Aaliyah. He's attracted to Douglas. So I don't know why he flew her ass all the way from where the hell she was living just to give her a hard time about being Douglas. She don't want you calling her Douglas. She want to be called Aaliyah, so stop calling her ass Douglas. You already knew what the deal was when she was over there. So why'd you bring her over here to give her a hard time? She's going to remain Aaliyah and not Douglas. So if he can't respect that, I just don't see why with her. Plus, he too damn old. This motherfucker's 62. She is 25. You gonna be changing his damn diapers in about another 10, 20 years. Anyway, don't be an asshole, y'all. I'll see y'all with something else later on. I gotta go and catch up on Atlanta Housewives, y'all. I gotta finish watching that shit. So I'll see y'all with something else later. Probably not tomorrow, but most likely on Thursday. I got a lot of meetings and a whole lot of shit going on tomorrow. So I'll see you guys Thursday, if you give a shit, for Housewives of Atlanta. Bye.